I love being the president of a university where people show up for each other the way they do at Denison. So thank you for being here this afternoon. Today on this occasion, we stop to celebrate the mutuality of the most successful teaching and the deepest learning. Outstanding teachers and mentors inspire exceptional achievement in learners. Motivated and demanding learners bring out energy and creativity in their teachers. Today, we celebrate the best in teaching and learning. Symbolic of this is the presence on the stage behind me of holders of named endowed professorships at Denison. These people and the named chairs they hold are listed in your programs. Would they please stand so that you may join me in acknowledging their leadership they provide to the faculty. So I also want to recognize some guests who are here with us today. First, our trustees. You will find a list of our trustees printed in your program. Our trustees devote countless hours and unbounded energy to securing the welfare of students, faculty, staff, and the future of the college. They are here today, along with distinguished life trustees, continuing their tradition of participating in the Academic Awards Convocation. Will members of the board and our life trustees please stand so we can acknowledge you. I'm also pleased to recognize another important group of leaders within the Denison community. That's our Alumni Advisory Board. Our Alumni Advisory Board is comprised of alumni from across the country. This distinguished group of Denisonians provide input to the administration on a wide variety of matters to the college. Will members of the Alumni Advisory Board please stand so we may acknowledge you. And then I want to acknowledge one other group. This is actually the 40th year we have given out presidential medals. And we actually have two members of that original class, one who is here, one who should be here. I want to ask Lee Sachs, chair of our board, to stand, who was one of the first people to receive a presidential medal. And then the other original winner who couldn't be here today is our provost, Kim Copeland. Kim is not with us because she is on her way to Cleveland where her son is getting married tomorrow. That's unimportant, but what is important is she is on the way to Cleveland with her son who did go to Denison, his wife who also went to Denison, and their newborn baby who will someday go to Denison. So the work that happens on this campus changes lives every day. Nothing matters more than education, and no college does it better than Denison. It is absolutely impossible to keep a society healthy or free without investments in higher education. You cut those at your own peril. At its core, Denison provides students with a life-shaping liberal arts education. For me, the liberal arts is defined by 4 attributes and a set of values and habits. The liberal arts educates us to be critical thinkers who have the ability to understand problems and issues in their complexity, to use reason, rationality, and data to better understand the world around us. The liberal arts educates us to be creative problem solvers who have the capacity to move beyond nihilism and cynicism, to embrace our curiosity and become the creative and innovative people who can imagine paths forward. The liberal arts educates us to be effective communicators who have the ability to speak and write in ways that others can hear. Liberal arts students are taught how to weave words together in ways that can help others understand our points of view so we can hear each other and engage and learn from each other. And all of this matters far less if we don't have the 4th liberal arts attribute, intellectual humility. Intellectual humility instills within us the habit of walking through life aware that we might be wrong. Hence, we might also want to be lifelong learners who are always seeking out alternative views, facts, and experiences that challenges orthodoxy, starting with our own. Beneath this are a set of values and habits that liberal arts colleges seek to instill within their students. A commitment to hard work, ethics, empathy, curiosity, perseverance, humor, and an appreciation that we are all part of things larger than ourselves. In doing so, a Denison education gives our students the ability to be the architect of their lives, the lives that they want to live. But we hope that they will choose to do so in ways that will contribute to society. That is our tradition and our purpose at Denison. I state all of this because it symbolizes why we hold this ceremony each year, why our Board of Trustees attends it, and why it matters so much. Today, we celebrate the academic life of the college and our deep commitment to intellectual inquiry and the liberal arts. First, we are celebrating faculty who share their love of intellectual inquiry with students as great teachers, advisors, and mentors. This is a faculty that is all in. They listen, challenge, collaborate, show empathy, exude humor, connect, care, and catalyze. They push our students because they care and they believe in them. And in doing so, they shape the lives of our students. There is not a better faculty in the country, and each year, I stand in awe of them. I am grateful for their commitment to our students and to the college, and I'm proud to be their president. Second, we celebrate students who do the same. Students learn a lot from each other. Today, we celebrate students who give fully to their academic pursuits, students who crave intellectual engagement in ways that sets a tone for everybody else. They make intellectual inquiry a value on this campus. These students exemplify the importance of a residential community, the power of what happens when you're surrounded by peers who are committed to the life of the mind and who bring out the best in each other. The faculty and students we're honoring today are committed to the liberal arts. They have a passion for a certain kind of intellectual inquiry that happens at great colleges like this one. And they do it in ways that sets a tone and opens up room for others to do the same. Great colleges prepare people with the skills, values, and habits to create meaningful lives for themselves in ways that also makes the world a better place for others. This was beautifully captured by Denison alum and former Princeton University Bill Bowen, who said the purpose of a college is to educate students with an openness to new ideas and new friendships, respect for both evidence and the beauty of language, appreciation of difference, and an ever deeper awareness of the pure joy of learning. Denison is a great college. The education we provide and the learning that takes place is something that deserves to be celebrated every day. Today, we focus on some of our students and faculty who have done that remarkably well. I have a great deal of respect for them, and I take great pride in how many of you have showed up to cheer for them. In the midst of cheering, you demonstrate the way relationships and a commitment to intellectual life form the core of this great college. Thank you. As part of this, I also just want to take a second to recognize faculty who are recipients of 2 faculty fellowship programs. The first is the Bowen Fellowship, which is awarded to tenure members of the faculty who have provided exceptional leadership or have had a sustained period of engagement in teaching and pedagogy, and this gives them the time to get re-immersed in a scholarly project. Can I ask the recipients of the Bowen Fellowship to please stand so we can recognize you? And the second is the R.C. Good Fellowships. So R.C. Goods are awarded also to tenure members of the faculty to provide opportunities to advance or complete major scholarly or creative projects. The recipients of the Good and Bowen Fellowships are both listed in their programs, but can I get the winners of the recipients of the R.C. Goods to also stand so you can be recognized? So it is now my pleasure to introduce Takuto Kamichitsu, a class of 2025, for a special musical performance. So I want to go off script for a second. So I know a lot of our alums and a lot of our trustees and alums who are here today are from New York City, San Francisco, and Chicago, and other places where you think you have good performing arts, and you might. They're nothing compared to what's going on this campus right now. And you can clap for that. And I'll make a comment and a plug. The senior music recitals this spring were insane. And my best friend, partner, and spouse of 32 years was joking with me because I would come home from every one and say that was the best one so far. But they were just incredible. And tonight, 9 to 5 is going on in Eisner tonight, tomorrow night, and Sunday. Don't miss it. Okay? All right, I'll get back on script now. It's now my honor to announce the new holders of university-named chairs and professorships. As I read your name, I'm going to ask faculty to stand and join me on stage as your name is called. First, the Alumni Chair, Jeff Kurtz, Professor of Communication. The J. Reed Anderson Distinguished Professor in Physics, Steve Umshank, Associate Professor of Physics. The Bailey Bowen Faculty Fellowship, Julie Kalinsky, Assistant Professor of English, who cannot be here today because she is unfortunately reading from her new book of poems at Princeton University. We can clap for her. The Henry Chisholm Chair in the Natural Sciences, Ashwin Lal, Professor of Computer Science. All right, that one's fun for me because I knew Ashwin when he was a freshman in college and I was still a professor. The J.P. Morgan Chase Endowed Professorship in Economics, Zarina Jokolova, Associate Professor of Economics. The Thomas B. Fordham Chair in Creative Writing, Margot Singer, Professor of English. The Judy Gentili Chair in International Studies, Quentin DeRoy, Professor of Economics. The Michael G. and Barbara W. Rahal Professor in History, Lauren Areza, Associate Professor of History. The Ann Powell Riley Endowed Professorship, Doug Spielis, Professor of Environmental Studies. The John and Christine Warner Professorship, Robin A. Brum, Professor of Visual Arts. So I was talking to a person who graduated from Granville last year, who's off at a larger university, talking about their first semester, and they were talking about what went well and didn't well. And then they paused and they said, I just wish I could find one professor at my university who would talk to me the way I watch the Denison faculty talk to my friends. This is a fantastic faculty. Can we just give them one more round of applause?
I'm honored to present today our Faculty Teaching and Scholarship Awards. The Charles A. Brickman Teaching Excellence Award was established by the Brickman family to recognize a faculty member whose teaching is a model of dedication to students and to student learning. We are very honored that today Charles Brickman is actually here to join us and want to thank him for this. The recipient of the Brickman Award should be someone who embraces the teaching and mentoring of students as a calling. Today, we recognize a colleague whose teaching in every class session integrates the development of applied skills and the advancement of cultural understanding. Her pedagogy reflects a student-centered approach within a framework that allows for the measurement of student growth, ensuring that her students become both linguistically and culturally competent. This happens in a scaffolded curriculum designed by our colleague. In introductory courses, students immerse in basic language skills, such as learning a new alphabet and beginning to explore a right-to-left reading structure. As students advance through the program, cultural competency is increasingly woven through the program. At the intermediate level, our colleague embraces technology, utilizing generative AI to enhance course activities and developing an oral history digital archive created by her students. Throughout her courses, students are introduced to the rich tapestry of Arab culture, encompassing its values, beliefs, and traditions, both inside and outside the classroom. Middle Eastern cuisine and music, as well as field trips to meet Arab and Muslim communities in Columbus and Dearborn, Michigan, also infuse the richness of her courses. For her inventive integration of leading-edge technology into her instruction, her creative infusion of cultural studies into linguistic skill development, and her leadership in establishing Middle Eastern and Arabic studies at Denison, and on behalf of her colleagues who have selected her for this award, I am honored to present the Charles A. Brickman Teaching Excellence Award to Hanada Al-Masri, Associate Professor of Modern Languages. The Bonar Family Mentorship and Teaching Excellence Award was established by the family of the late Emeritus Professor of Mathematics, Don Bonar. The recipient of the award will have demonstrated a clear commitment to outstanding teaching and to the advancement of liberal education through inspiring, advising, and mentoring students throughout their college careers and beyond. The colleague we recognize today sees making connections as the principal goal of his teaching. As an advisor, he asks his first-year advisees to read William Cronin's Only Connect as they discuss the nature of the liberal arts. He views connectedness as especially essential to students in his field, who sometimes veer toward focusing narrowly on skills development. In introductory courses, while teaching students problem-solving skills, he helps them see ties to topics in the sciences, such as disease modeling, or in the social sciences, such as congressional polarization. He integrates writing skills throughout all levels of his teaching, and at the same time ensures that students really know the math before they develop advanced coding skills in the upper levels of his field. His course on game design requires students to produce games targeted to the campus community and hold showcases twice a semester to demonstrate those games. Computer science students learn advanced coding while they work on an interdisciplinary team with creative writing and music composition students, further building connections. For his commitment to the liberal arts, his dedication to the field of computer science, and his innovative pedagogy at all levels of the curriculum, and on behalf of his colleagues who have selected him for this award, I am honored to present the Bonar Family Mentorship and Teaching Award to Ashwin Lal, Professor of Computer Science. The Dr. David Baker Research and Scholarship Excellence Award is awarded to a tenured faculty member for distinguished and sustained research, scholarly, or creative work over the arc of their career. The faculty member will have produced a substantial body of published scholarship or creative work of the highest quality, and the work will be nationally or internationally recognized in their field. The awardee also will have shown a commitment to the liberal arts and to Denison through a record of engagement on Denison's campus. Today, we recognize a colleague who has an extraordinary record of scholarly production. 1 book, 34 peer-reviewed articles, 19 book reviews, and 54 conference presentations. The Baker Award, however, is not bestowed based on prolificacy, and our colleague's contributions extend well beyond numbers. Recognized as the leading scholar of a consequential 20th century author, our colleague has advanced our understanding of Cold War literature. His academic interests are not limited to one era, having written on topics ranging from 19th century Dutch anti-colonialist and literary activism, to German cinema in the Nazi era, to the analysis of precarity in the contemporary literature of Jenny Erpenbeck. It is perhaps not surprising that he has written about topics including the literary appeal of routine and the durability of everyday life, because he has been a most dependable, consistent, unassuming, and wise colleague throughout his 36 years at Denison. An international scholar, he has published in all of the most important venues in German studies and is renowned for his path-breaking scholarship on the writing of German author Uwe Johnson, among many others. For his insightful and significant exploration of Central European literature, for maintaining the spirit of German studies at Denison, and for standing as a model of the consummate scholar-teacher, and on behalf of his colleagues who have selected him for this award, I am honored to present the David Baker Research and Scholarship Excellence Award to Gary Baker, Professor of Modern Languages. At this point in our program, I would like to recognize the members of Phi Beta Kappa. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Jordan Fantini, President of Denison Phi Beta Kappa, to recognize the members of our chapter. Jordan?
Thank you. Thank you, Provost Dollard. Oh, at this time, it really is a true honor and privilege to announce the student members and inductees of Phi Beta Kappa. I'm so happy for each one of you. Now, students, please stand and remain standing when your name is read. And then for our audience, I ask that you please remain silent through the process of reading these names until the conclusion, where I assure you that we will offer a hearty round of applause. Now, let's begin by recognizing 2 members of the class of 2025 inducted to Phi Beta Kappa around this time last year, and they are Connor Brown and Abigail Engler. Next, right? Next, but please remain standing. Next, members of the class of 2025 to be inducted to Phi Beta Kappa this year. Now, Aizawa, Owen Baker, Megan Barker, Chloe Benson, Ann Blatt, Hugh Braccio, Franklin Bray, Megan Broderick, Julius Asher Camper, Nora Cashman, Noah Chartier, Anna Cohen, Jessica Cohen, Reese Kostenbader, Amber Kroonquist, Zoan Thai Thank Ha, Lauren Dyer, Audrey Dysert, Morgan Gilmore, Maddie Goodwin, Eliza Harvey, Abigail Hasselbrink, Sophia Huang, Kaylee Johns, Gavin Jones, Sarah Kissinger, Henry Klein, Paul Lee, Ellie Letu, Elizabeth Lyon, Colin McLean, Luke Martinucci, Enya McCarthy, Christian Narsalis, Lee Tao Nguyen, Nicholas Nguyen, Trong Nguyen, Ian Harrison Updike, Cassidy Micah Holmer Orange, Tomer Osmo, Niranjan Reggie, Jonah Richardson, Lauren Elizabeth Rickner, Amelia Alden Sr., Emma Showalter, Sydney Silverstein, Ayman Ahmed Stifler, Jason Tran, Nora Walsh, Holly Michelle Weisfelder, Margaret Wills, and to conclude, 7 members of the class of 2026 to be inducted into Phi Beta Kappa this year: Sarah Gray, Fiona Kogan, Min Lee, Louis Nguyen, Akira Olandeska, Susanna Westfall Snell, Mel Wienant. And now, please join me in applauding these students.
Congratulations. Congratulations to all of our student inductees. I'm now pleased to announce the recipient of this year's Provost Academic Excellence Award, which recognizes graduating seniors who have exhibited an extraordinary level of intellectual engagement and academic achievement during their time at Denison. The winner of this award today has an exemplary academic record, engagement in independent research, and contributions to intellectual life on campus and beyond. Abigail Engler, will you join us on stage? Yes, good. Get to recognize you. Abigail, a little words of recognition. A biochemistry major, Abby's innovative work in synthesis and microbiology has led to both oral and poster presentations on campus, at other colleges, and at national conferences. She is a department fellow, a winner of multiple chemistry awards, and a recipient of the Barry Goldwater Scholarship, one of the most prestigious undergraduate awards for STEM majors. Abby is a natural leader who has mentored and supported her peers as a teaching assistant in several lab courses and as a tutor in the Academic Resource Center. She plans to pursue a PhD and become a lead scientist in the pharmaceutical industry. Congratulations, Abigail.
I'm Dr. Corey Efron, and as the Liska Center's Assistant Director of Fellowships, it is my honor to announce this year's winners of prestigious fellowships. As I call your name, please come forward to the stage to receive your certificate and remain there. Please hold all applause until all fellowship winners have been called up to the stage. Critical Language Scholarship Spark for Russian, Avery Maurer. UK Fulbright Summer Institute, Valentina Mendoza Cruz. Benjamin A. Gilman International Scholarship, Ana Pineda. Benjamin A. Gilman International Scholarship, Lila Sauer. Projects for Peace, Megan Welsh. DAAD Research Internship in Science and Engineering, Erica Ellifson. DAAD Research Internship in Science and Engineering, Emily McNeil. Please give all of these students a big round of applause.
How we all doing? Woo! I don't usually wear this hat and I feel like my ears are sticking out. So, it's game time, right? As chair of the faculty, I am delighted to announce the 2025 recipient of the President's Medal, the most prestigious honor a Denison student can receive. Recipients, when I call your name, please come forward and join President Weinberg on stage. Annabelle Rose Calderon. Annabelle, your multiple letters of nomination unite in describing you as an inspiring force throughout your time at Denison. As a biology major, your senior research project focused on developing a course on exercise metabolism and physiology. Has inspired your faculty advisors to understand the science better and see the teaching enterprise in new ways. You are a committed student assistant in the athletic training room, and as president of the Student Athlete Advisory Council, you've championed initiatives that uplift fellow student athletes and foster a sense of inclusion and support. You are an absolute star on the softball field, having been recognized as the National Fast Pitch Coaches Catcher of the Year, the first in the history of Denison softball to earn this accolade. You are an All-American and the 2024 NCAC Player of the Year, sporting a .495 batting average and a .982 fielding average. While celebrating your unparalleled achievements behind the plate, your nominators from the Department of Athletics are most impressed by the way you act as an energy giver, empowering others through your leadership and unwavering belief in the potential of both yourself and those around you. Sophia Grace Huang. Sophia, throughout your undergraduate career, you have been exemplary in developing opportunities for Denisonians to better understand and learn from one another. As a Ford Scholar in the Center for Belonging and Inclusion, you've organized events on dialogues across difference, led a student workshop on identity and allyship, and conducted research on the social determinants of health. Reflecting on your work as the two-term president of the Denison Asian Student Union, a nominator describes you as a transformational leader, not only expanding DASU's programming and events each year, but also developing it as a more cohesive organization, thanks to your strategic vision and ability to cultivate collaboration. A nominator observes that your deep commitment to fostering an inclusive, engaged, and globally conscious campus community is matched by your academic accomplishments. You have excelled in your biology major, skilled at understanding complex scholarly literature and discussing ideas with confidence and competence. In your Spanish minor, you have created a multimedia research project on Nicaraguan politics and are studying the health of Latina women to support your planned career in medicine. Along the way, you have been a member of Denison's orchestra, participated in the community health seminar, and served as a teaching assistant for pathophysiology. Your contributions to Denison life are varied and rich. We are proud to honor you with the President's Medal. Gavin Henry Jones. Gavin, you are an outstanding student who is acclaimed for exceptional academic achievements, intellectual curiosity, and unwavering dedication. These traits have been exhibited in your double major in communication and economics. A Phi Beta Kappa student, you are described as especially adept at synthesizing and translating challenging theoretical texts and making the consistent effort to listen to your classmates. Your communication research on the sports that have been adopted for inclusion in the Olympic Games asked challenging questions about the tension between tradition and novelty, athletic excellence, and cultural relevance. Another nominator praises the exceptional diligence and unwavering dedication you have brought to your coursework in economics. Diligence and dedication are also at the core of your extraordinary accomplishments as a student athlete and helped you lead our men's swimming and diving team to the 2025 NCAC Division III National Championship. Your coach describes your formidable qualities as a swimmer as best reflected in the phrase, grit and grind. Your year-round dedication to developing your craft culminated in qualifying for and competing in last summer's U.S. Olympic swimming trials. Your long list of athletic accolades include being a first-team Scholar All-American and 5-time NCAA All-American swimmer, twice in the 400 individual medley. Your prowess in the medley reflects well the varied gifts you have brought to our campus. Congratulations on being a 2025 President's Medalist. Jacob Epley. Jacob, your nominators praise your accomplishments in 3 areas: academic excellence, community service, and the gift of brightening the life of everyone you encounter. As a double major in data analytics and mathematics, you have exhibited contagious enthusiasm for both fields, and your research has been published in an undergraduate journal. As co-president of the Denison Community Service Association, you have re-energized service outreach since the limitations imposed by COVID. You expanded the Saturday service program from a handful of annual events into last year's record of 113 programs. Leading by example, you have not missed a weekend Saturday service in your entire time at Denison and have served as a student leader for 3 alternative spring break trips. As a 2024 Summer Scholar, you merged academics and service in a research project focused on community gardens. Partnering with a local nonprofit, you collected granular data on population density, food deserts, and poverty rates. Your project identified the Licking County location that would most benefit from the creation of a garden that is now in development. Your findings were bolstered by direct understanding of the work involved through countless hours pulling weeds, even in 100-degree weather when you were the only volunteer to show up. Jacob, Denison has been enriched by the gardens you have cultivated here. Today we honor you with the President's Medal. Elizabeth Louise Lyon. Your time at Denison is an embodiment of the President's Medal criteria: academic excellence, service to the community, athletic achievement, and contribution to the arts. You have impressed your biochemistry faculty with the consistently excellent quality of all your work. You have supported your biochemistry peers by brightening classrooms and labs with your infectious incitement and skills at fostering community, traits that you will bring to a research lab at the Washington University, that you brought to a research lab at the Washington University School of Medicine last summer. You are a four-year member of the women's varsity golf team, bringing a passion and joy to the team that will leave a lasting impression on the program. You served as a research assistant to the Faculty Ombuds program and are a notably enthusiastic TA for the course on conflict resolution. Along with this impressive range of activity, you are the most desired Denisonian to sing the national anthem at campus events. You are a tremendously talented soprano with a voice noted for its sheer beauty and power. A nominator shares that the quality of your voice is matched by the warmth of your personality and radiated in your interactions on campus and in your artistry as a singer. We are so grateful that your voices grace our fair college and celebrate you with the President's Medal. Madeline Goodman. Maddie, you have been described as the glue that makes our varsity women's basketball team work. A four-year starter, your coach shares that you are one of the most dedicated and hardworking students I've ever been around. Your athletic accolades include being a Division III Team of the Week selection and a recipient of the 2024 Ted Barkley Top 5 Award. Beyond your stellar athletic career, you are a gifted scientific researcher. One of your nominators noted that it may sound corny, but I really believe Maddie could cure cancer with her research. Last summer, you were awarded a highly competitive position to conduct biomedical research at the UT Southwest Medical Center, where you evaluated the role of the G protein coupled receptor signaling in kidney disease. Throughout the program, you continue your basketball training for senior season. You've presented your research across the country and right in our backyard at the Denison Summer Scholar Symposium. Your biochemistry faculty celebrate you as extremely bright, motivated, and intellectually curious, combining natural talent with a strong work ethic and a true depth of thought. You maintain academic excellence and athletic achievement while also serving our campus as a first-year fellow and a tutor in the Academic Resource Center. Your achievements across campus, on the court, and in the lab make you a truly deserving recipient of the President's Medal. Jalen Tyree Jackson. Jay, you are acclaimed by your nominators as a fantastic Denisonian. A four-year member of the men's varsity basketball team, your coach describes you as one of the finest leaders he has known throughout his years of coaching. Your teammates share that while most of us work within 24 hours a day, Jay somehow makes it 28. You have made terrific use of those excellent hours in your double major of history and Black studies and in your work with the Knowlton Center, being selected in your sophomore year for an internship at the law firm of Wilkinson Steckloff, where you participated in the FTC versus Microsoft trial. Your leadership across campus has been vast in establishing Denison's first Black Student Athlete Association, in the Black Student Union, and through your participation in a wide range of other campus activities, including DU Votes and the Denison Christian community. A nominator shares that what truly separates Jay is the way he does all of the above, with an optimistic and forward-looking attitude. If one thinks about the 4 different kinds of intellect, intelligence, emotional, social, and adversity quotients, Jay is one of those rare students who has all 4. Thank you for sharing those gifts with us. We are enormously proud to honor you with the President's Medal. Kirsten Wendlin Johnson. Kirsten, you have combined your double major in theater and health exercise and sports studies into an exceptional Denison career. A nominator notes that, frankly, I'd be inclined to nominate Kirsten solely on the basis of the rarity of this combination of deep engagements and achievements in the arts and athletics, but it is the remarkable level of achievement across her passions that makes Kirsten a genuinely unique student in my experience at Denison. You are described as at once easily one of the finest researchers and writers of theater history and theory, a leader and mentor to your peers in the Mitchell Center, in the Eisner Center, as a first-year fellow, a practicing theater artist of tremendous maturity and acumen, a 6-time NCAA All-American diver who regularly challenges for regional and national championships. In theater, you work almost entirely backstage as a technician, designer, dramaturg, and a maker, despite your great talents as a performer. As a diver, you are a 3-time college swimming and diving coach's first team scholar All-American, a 2-time NCAC Diver of the Year, and a key member of the 2023 NCAA Division III Women's Swim and Dive National Championship team. You have truly been a star on both sides of the hill, and you have earned recognition with the President's Medal. Gabriel James Donnelly. Gabe, you have taken advantage of your Denison experience and contributed substantially to our community in the process. Your contributions occur at multiple levels, in the classroom, on the stage, and in the community at large. Your nominators in the Department of History describe you as a student who elevates the potential learning of your classmates through preparation, deep thinking, and your openness to new ideas and perspectives. You engage deeply with complicated questions, listen, learn from others, and to help others learn in the process. These qualities make your desire to become a teacher of history and of music feel so right. Your nominators in the Department of Music share that you are an incredibly talented student whose work demonstrates an acute intellect coupled with care for your peers. You are a cornerstone of vocal music at Denison. Our vocal ensembles will be at a loss next year because, as our choir director notes, 20% of the sound you hear is Gabe. A powerful baritone, you were selected as co-winner of this year's concerto aria competition. Your voice is foundational to this generation of Denison Hilltoppers for whom you serve as the music director. You have also supported our community through your work with Planned Parenthood and role as a community advisor. From the power of your voice and the depth of your engagement across campus, Denison awards you the President's Medal. Noah Lucas Chartier. Noah, one of your nominators reflects, "I'm not sure what good fortune brought Noah to our campus, but your presence has been a gift to us in many ways. You are a dynamic classroom presence, contributing to the learning environment and lowering people's inhibitions to the point that no one feels strange in their nerdiest, most academically authentic selves. A double major in PPE and Women's and Gender Studies, your faculty unite in celebrating your academic excellence and admire how you put all that theory to practical use in your singular achievements as a campus leader. As a first-year student, you wrote, "I will make my mark at Denison by doing all I can to improve the structure and culture of the Denison Campus Governance Association." You have indeed made your mark in progressive leadership as class senator, Rules Committee chair, Speaker of the Senate, and ultimately president. You have led in ways small and large, modifying internal procedures to align organizational bylaws, while also charging your fellow students with being courageous in making this place their own. You've lived that charge in countless ways, whether in governance or as a member of the Sketchers comedy troupe, in leading songwriting club, or as master of the Denison Survivor game that is a feat of creative and organizational genius available to all students. Noah, the Denison tribe has spoken. We are thrilled to recognize you as a 2025 President's Medalist.
I think I speak for the faculty and myself in saying that one of the hardest parts about this job is becoming greatly attached to our students and then being super proud and grateful that they've come and super sad to see them go. Can we give them one more round of applause? I want to say one more thing just about our students who are here today. You've not had the benefit of going to a different college, so let me tell you how phenomenal you are. The fact that you show up for your peers, you cheer your peers on, you bring out the best in each other, makes me both proud to be the president of a college like you, that has students like you. It also makes me very hopeful for the future. Can we just clap for all of our students who are here today? So I'm going to ask everybody to stand for the singing of our alma mater to Denison. And I think we're going to be led by Megan Barker and Gabe Donnelly, who will lead us in the singing. So we're going to sing with them. When we're done, I would ask that you stay in your seats while the platform party leaves, and then you can recess out after us. Thank you, everybody.
To Denison we raise our song, fair college on the hill, the name that sets our souls on fire and makes us sincere. voices swell.